Hey, you guys! It's your favorite little keto goofball Diamond, and today is day 1513 of my ketogenic journey. Not sure how many days of my COVID journey. We'll get to all that and so much more in just a minute. If you're interested in watching a daily keto life vlog of somebody who's lost 155 pounds, got rid of 29 medically diagnosed diseases, and trying to live the healthiest, best life I can, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Now, it's time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. To Mr. Hubby, wanted to say something.
I was going to say this woman was the best, but now she wants me to come back in here and record this because she accidentally deleted it and it's killing me.
I'm sorry, but the first time was natural.
She has been keeping me medicated. I feel like a drug pharmacy. I think I got everything in me.
Trying, actually.
Some helps, some don't. My experience so far, Tylenol is so good.
But he kept getting cramps last night, so I did make sure he took potassium and magnesium
I want that sausage.
It'll be done in a minute. So, like, he kept sweating through his clothes, and he started getting cramps in his legs and stuff. And so I made him take potassium and magnesium.
I actually took a shower.
He did.
I felt so gross.
He got the bed wet. He got everything wet. His clothes had to be changed.
Laying on the bed.
Where you was laying?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, the blanket we cover it with stinks.
Oh goody. It's your side there.
No, I actually been using your side. I done flipped it around 4 times.
That's okay. I washed that other one. It's on the. Don't touch it.
What I'm laying on.
No, I'm talking about this one right here.
Oh.
Don't touch it. Get away from it. I will cut you. All right. Hey. Excuse me. I guess he thought I wouldn't fight a dude with COVID, but that blanket's still laying back there. It's fair. I have it too. Let's talk about him. This poor fella. All night last night he sweated so much. He came out of his clothes 2 or 3 times. Needed a shower. Blanket's gross. I mean, just constant sweating, constant fever on and off, breaking it, come back. Sorry, y'all. Hungry. I'm getting ready to eat in just a minute. Okay, so, well, he's not great, but not horrible yet. Hopefully not going to be horrible. Hopefully it's just like a bad flu for him, because that's what it's very like. He hasn't ate very, very much. I have been keeping him medicated for, like, his regular medicine, Tylenol, and then, like, he sweated so much last night that it definitely required the potassium and the magnesium. I thought Jake was just behind me. No, man. But anyway, if I look sick, I didn't put makeup on today. I'm quarantined. Why the hell am I putting makeup on? Technically, I think I'm out of quarantine tomorrow, but I don't know when I actually got COVID. If you haven't been watching, I tested on Tuesday. Got a negative on Thursday, got a positive on Saturday, to last night. The doctor thought Tuesdays was a false negative because hubby got it right after, but almost our whole family has it. So, our son, daughter-in-law, her brother, so I don't know when I got it, for real. I have no idea. I know that the beginning stages have not been bad. I know that it was more like a sinus infection kind of deal, and I just didn't feel that great. But I never have gotten a fever, not even since. And hubby started getting fevers. Like, as soon as he started feeling bad, he started getting fevers pretty much right away. I haven't yet at all. The only time they said I had a fever was when I went to the doctor that first time, and they said I had a fever, but I don't remember them checking my temperature at all. So maybe, but as far as I've checked at home, hubby's catching fevers, but I'm not. So, thus far. And today there has been some new things for me. I hurt right through my esophagus, but I think that's from being tender from coughing so much. Although I haven't coughed a lot, that tenderness is causing some breathing issues, like breathing deep is hard. But thus far, it's not like hard time breathing, you know, what you hear explained so far anyway. I've got a stitch in my shoulder, but I slept a long time last night. I'll tell you about that in a second, because that's a miracle. My thighs kind of hurt, in which my son and husband both have been complaining about their thighs hurting really bad, but that was kind of like the first thing that came on for them. So I'm like, damn, maybe I'm just now like getting it, or where am I at in this journey? Because I don't know. I have no earthly idea. Technically, I'm out of quarantine tomorrow from the first test date, but considering I tested negative Tuesday and then positive Saturday, I'm thinking I probably need to go call the doctor and tell him, look, this is what happened. Do I need to come back in and be tested? What do I need to do? Because I don't know when to go back to work. I don't want to go up there and get people sick. I don't want to put myself in a position where I need to work while I'm sick. But I do need to work. So that's rough, you know. It's really rough. Where do you go from there? What do you choose? And I would like to say I skated through pretty unscathed, but I don't know that because I don't know where I'm at here. And I have no idea. But one sign that I'm really sick, but my body's not like really showing it yet, is that I slept for 8.5 hours. If you've been following me for a minute, I sleep 4.5 hours pretty much consistently. That's all I sleep. Even when I don't have nothing to do, if I can sleep in, my body's awake and moving after 4.5 hours. 8 hours, like 45 minutes is what I got last night. That has not happened since I've had my Fitbit, since I've been monitoring how much sleep I've got. So I think I got close one time. I got like 7 hours and 59 minutes, and that was like, how'd that happen? But for the most part, I just don't sleep. I don't sleep very well at all. And I sleep deep for those 4 hours, but I'm up. You know, once my brain is awake and alert, there's no going back to sleep. So I actually did Friday morning when I got up with that real bad headache. I was able to go back to sleep a couple more hours. That hurts. My cough has not been consistent. It hasn't been dry. There's stuff coming up with it. So, I mean, that could be part of the actual sinus infection if I have one. And that would be my luck, to catch a sinus infection, think it's COVID, then catch COVID on top of the sinus infection. But I will say that since I started keto, I very rarely get sinus infections. I used to have them kind of consistently. I lived on antibiotics. So, I mean, that was like all the time, you know, and to the point my body was getting used to them. The doctor was like, I don't know about all this. I shouldn't use those anymore. But that's the only way I felt alive, really. Once I started keto, though, all that kind of cleared up. So I'm not real sure. I'm really not. Man, I do know that I'm tired. I'm not how most people say they're I'm at COVID tired, like where they do. You know, I'm not like that. I'm just sleepy. I'd like to go back to bed. I scared Corey, my daughter, pretty bad today. Since I've started keto, only unless I sleep like very little, even less than 4.5 hours, only if like I'm just getting off work, do I just fall asleep, you know. So today, the couch looked comfortable. I've been here stuck all day. I've had very little to do other than tend to Hubby when he needed it, you know, sporadically. So I lay down on the couch and I fell asleep. And I slept there for about 15 minutes before she walked in the door. It's like, oh my God, Mom, are you okay? I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm fine. So you're starting to scare me now. You're starting to really scare me now. I'm like, the couch just looked comfortable. I mean, you know I don't normally take naps, but it just looked soft and comfortable, and I was good with that. I actually was like going to use it for my nap room, you know, that middle room, but I never take naps, so I never even think about getting up to take a nap, even though I should sleep. Sorry, I want to make sure the dog doesn't climb up on the couch, because if you ain't watching, he will get up there. At night, I put big toys, like big toy cars, on the couch so he won't get on there, because he's white, that's brown, and yeah, no. I'm so I look gross. I'm so tired. Y'all probably are overkilled with hearing me say I'm tired, but usually it's from working or being gone all day. This is just from probably being bored all day. My thighs hurt, but I'm sitting Indian style. Like every time I stand up, my thighs hurt really bad. I'm like, oh God, maybe it's getting worse, because my husband and son both have complained about their thighs being very, very, what do you call that? Sore and fatigued. And like every time like I stand up, I'm like, please be from sitting Indian style all day, because I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. So as far as I can tell, I'm still all right, but that cough, it is getting more irritating in my chest. I got my son-in-law to grab me some cough drops a while ago that were sugar-free, because I knew they had sugar-free cough drops. When he got them here and I looked at them, first ingredient is a flame potassium. So I gave them to hubby. I can't have them. For those of you who don't know, that particular ingredient can spike your insulin levels as much as sugar. So it's probably best to avoid it, especially for keto. And another thing, I might actually get got, because the medication I asked him to get me normally doesn't come like this. Where's the box? There it is. It normally doesn't come in gel caps. I've never seen it come that way before. But it's this right here, and it's good for high blood pressure, it's cold and flu medicine, body aches, fevers, stuff like that. So, but I've never seen it in the gel caps before, and I had to go ahead and take it because I'm starting to like not feel so great at the moment. So yeah, that could affect me. For those of you who don't know, gel caps filled with liquid like that, NyQuil, Tylenol, any kind of gel caps, any kind of liquid medicine you're going to take can kick you out of ketosis. And I know a lot of people might say, well, while you're sick, don't worry about your diet. That's not exactly the truth, because sugar can cause inflammation. This stuff attacks inflammation, and you don't want to give your body any more things to be damaged. I actually spiked my glucose levels earlier and pulled my ketones down. I didn't kick myself all the way out, but good enough. So I'm going to show you what I did. Well, I'll show you that tomorrow. I'll go ahead and tell you. In my work bag, down deep inside there was a, what is it called? A Quest bar. I still had one in the bottom of there. And I think it was like an Oreo Quest bar. I'm not real sure, but it was down in the bottom of there. I saw it. I ate it. A little while later, I was kind of achy and painy. I was like, God, this feels like my keto stuff for being kicked. Or just being not good, you know. So I checked it, and yeah, my glucose was like 138. My ketones were like 0.2. I was like, oh, I didn't do anything. Oh, yes, I did. I did do something. That's yeah. So, yeah. But it's still interesting that I can tell those symptoms compared to these, you know. So it's very different. But at the same time, so far, thankfully, I haven't been hit that hard with the COVID thing. Hubby's been hit much harder. My daughter has a fever now. I'm worried about that. My son just went to the hospital and got his positive results. I'm worried about that because he has asthma. Corey's obese, and then it's all very scary. It is, as a parent. I mean, she's in here and she's kind of like, "Don't worry, Mom, I'm fine." I'm like, it don't do me no good to survive it if you get hurt. None, because I won't be surviving anyway. You know, take care of yourself. So I started giving her medicine and everything. They were like, you need to take this. You got a fever coming up. No. No. And she's like, don't worry about it. You act like I'm a baby. I'm like, I promise you, if Anthony sits right across from you in 20 years and says, I'm fine, don't worry about me, you're going to yell. It's just how that goes. I'm sorry, but it is. So, okay, on to keto. I'm stuck at home with a lot of keto food, which is what I've been eating. Now, yesterday was a keto snacky day. I didn't record everything, but there was a lot of turkey and cheese roll-ups, cheese sticks, bacon, just plain old bacon. So I was in and out of the refrigerator getting all that stuff, and I don't think I recorded like a portion of that. But I did. I'll show you what I did record. So here is my weigh-in from yesterday, my weigh-in from today, and what I eat to cause all that. It's Saturday morning, 162. 3 days in a row in the 162 range. Woohoo! Yes, so I'm breaking my fast. Well, no, this is breakfast meal, but I've actually been eating like cheese sticks and bacon all morning. But I've got 2 bubbly yellow eggs. You know, the bubbles you pop. It won't pop. It's trying to pop. There we go. Well, anyway, yeah, I made a mess. and a couple sausage patties, the Jimmy Dean. Yes, I burnt them, but I really enjoyed this breakfast, so let's eat. You guys, dinner time. Some chicken breast, ranch, and Texas Pete. Sunday morning, 161.8. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. That's the lowest I've seen since I've returned from Gatlinburg on our anniversary trip last October. Because I ain't been right since then. Been off pretty much fast food. I know, but it's been keto fast food most of the time, but still been fast food. Been a lot of trying this, that, and the other, and a lot of cheating and not doing so well. I'm trying to get back right, but it's not always easy. It's sometimes difficult, even when you've been doing this 4.5 years or over 4 years, and probably especially so, because now I'm more prone to, like, I feel all right. Let me do this. I feel all right. Let me try this. I'm okay with where I'm at. Let me do this. So it's also a lot of excuses, to be honest with you. I don't really want to live in excuse land. I just have been. You know what I mean? Joni's fault. Nobody else's fault. Not Keto's fault. Joni's fault. But that's the lowest weight I've seen that I can remember. Anyway, maybe I've hit that one time before, but not to my knowledge. So 161. Before all this, before I went to that vacation and went hog wild, I did. And I don't regret it because it was vacation, our anniversary. But before that, my lowest weigh-in was 156.4. And now the lowest I've seen is about 162-ish. And I don't hover there. I usually hover between 163 and 169. So anywhere in between there, I've been floating for almost a year now. And so I'm very happy to see this. It's like a little breakthrough and getting a little bit down. My diet, my food intake has not been affected by this yet. Whether it will or not, I don't know. Hopefully not, but it could be. Hubby has been affected a little bit. He doesn't eat quite as much as he normally does. Normally when I make him a big old plate of beans and taters, he scarfs it down. That's his favorite food. I can't help it. Normally when I make him, pretty much anything, he eats all of it. And here today, in the last couple of days, he hasn't. He's ate like a portion of it, But as long as he's getting full, as long as it's enough sustenance, I'm not worried about it. As long as he's staying hydrated, I'm not too worried about that. But I know the fever and stuff, the aches and pains has got him feeling all kinds of bad. The cough is pretty bad for him. Now, the cough feels pretty bad for me, but it's not frequent for me. And it doesn't really sound all that frequent for him, but it's just when it does happen, it's hard, Speak of coughing, it shall happen. But anyway, otherwise I'm feeling pretty good. I hate it though. I want it so gone. But I don't. I know that I probably need to call the doctor tomorrow, the urgent care place, and find out what I should do, because I did have the positive test on Friday. Now, I did talk to them today a little bit about it, but I only talked to, I guess the receptionist. And she's like, well, who's to say which one's right? And who's to say you didn't get it later? And, I mean, she's right about all that, but I really need that positive note for work, so I need to know what I need to do, or if I need to maybe go to the little hospital up here. We got a hospital up here that's freaking amazing. If you have to call an ambulance from here, though, you're kind of screwed. You're going to a place that sucks. But if you can get out on the road and going up about 30 minutes, wonderful place. It's very, very quick, in and out, done. Love them. They don't waste no time. The nurse still be in there typing stuff up, and the doctor comes in. I'm like, what's the patient's name? It's like, I ain't got that far yet. But yeah. So anyway, guys and dolls, I posted this earlier, but seriously, if you will do anything for your health for COVID, the best things you can do is become physically active as much as you can, to eat as best as you can, leave as much sugar and processed junk alone as you can. I know I'm guilty. I'm not perfect. I say this all the time. But leave as much of that crap alone as you can, and get your vitamin intake going on with some stuff that boosts your immune system. That's probably the best three things you can do. If you can drop some weight before you get it, all of that stuff, because folks up in their 70s, folks who are morbidly obese, and folks who have a whole lot of diseases are the ones getting hit the hardest. So please, if you can, I'm not saying for me, for you, for your family, for your health, try to get on keto and stay that way, and at least get yourself through it and get yourself healthy. Because this is scary. It really is, especially with my daughter having it now, my son having it, my husband. I can about handle anything you throw at me. Unless it affects my children or grandchildren, then I cannot stand it. Or my dad or mom. I'm not even gonna lie. And they don't listen. Old people do not listen. Nope. Mm-mm. Mom, don't come in here. I don't care. You're my child. I'm gonna check on you. Do you need anything? I'll be up there. Mom, just don't come in here. And my dad, he'll stand back, but he still don't care. You know what I mean? He was in here the other day. I was like, Daddy, y'all shouldn't be in here. I'm gonna get you sick. I told Corey the same thing, but she wouldn't listen to me. And they're like me. They're like me. They're hard-headed and they don't listen when it comes to family. You tell me Zach's sick, or Athena or Anthony, I'm going to go scoop them right up. They're my grandbabies. If they get me sick, well, so be it. And I don't want it, but I don't want them to have it alone. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Anyway, you guys, if you need help with your ketogenic journey, if you need help getting healthier, I have helped people even over in their 80s. I've helped people who've been on medications for 20 years. I've helped people lose 100 pounds plus or get healthy. I do not mind. If you need help, my contact information is the first thing down in that description section. The first thing. Email me. I don't mind at all. You can add me on Facebook, but I've got an opinion about everything, so you're going to see it there. So, you know, if you want them easy trigger people, don't do it. But the rest of you, feel free to add me there as a friend, and if you don't like what I say, it's all right. Just skate right past it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to be upset. Doesn't mean I don't love you, because I love everybody. I really, really do. And I want all of you to have the healthiest, best life you possibly can. That's my point. So, contact me. Check the description below for some great ways to support the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Like, you know, if you want to send your girls some vitamins and minerals, some quercetin, I can't remember how to say that. I played it in yesterday's video. If you want to send me that. If you want to send me anything that will help me with this whole thing, with my family with this whole thing, there's an address down there. Send it away. Send. Because I ain't too thrilled with this. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how deep I am into this. How, if I get sicker, if I don't. Praying for don't. Hoping my hubby gets better quick, that my daughter doesn't go through it too hard, my son doesn't go through it too hard. He does have asthma too. So it's scary. And Corey has like a very mild asthma. They will give her inhalers, but she doesn't necessarily usually need them. Aaron has asthma. It's just the whole thing, y'all. And the grandbabies, luckily they don't catch it too bad, but I think Zach had it last week actually. Ow. The only thing that really hurts. Ow. That's probably inflamed. But anyway, guys and dolls, check the links below. Get you some Shashka bracelets and different stuff. Much love, many prayers. Make your next meal keto. Get your life straight. Get healthy. Feel great. And kick ass. Bye, y'all.